Hello, my name is Stephen Vigil. It's January 20th, 2020. Today we'll be doing the lab experiment 1 for culturing microbes in broth. So first I'm going to start off, I'm going to wash my hands. So once all that's said and done, I'm going to get my E. coli vial, my workplace, the candle, and the E. coli vial here. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disinfect my pipette. Make sure the alcohol goes all the way up in it, and just kind of squeeze it to make sure all the alcohol is out of it. And then I'm going to open up my broth. I'm going to open up the lid. Place the cap down. It's all clean here. And then I'm going to sterilize the cap. So you see me sterilizing the cap. Okay. And then when I want to pipette 0.25, I'm going to be very careful not touch the rim with the pipette on my gloves. So 0.25, I'm just going to put this in the cup because the vial holders they gave us were too small. So hopefully that stands there. Now I'm going to get the E. coli vial, twist that off. That can go placed on the counter. Same thing, I want to sterilize this as well. Okay. So once that's sterile, 0.25 in the vial. Try to be very careful not to put it inside the vial with your gloves. So 0.25. Alright, let me put this back in the alcohol. I'll put the lid back on. I'm going to shake this vigorously to dissolve the E. coli tab that's in there. And get my pipette ready. Make sure it's sterile. And everything is out. Take the cap off. Well, this is really sterile, so I'm going to absorb all the culture to my pipette. So set this down. Grab my vial, my broth, and that. Shake this. I'm going to sterilize this. And put the cap back on. I'm going to shake this. Now, like I said, I already got the yeast ready, so it's half a teaspoon of yeast for a quarter cup of warm water. I'm going to take the cap off again. Sterilize it. And get 0.25. So 0.25 on the pipette. This and that. Now this can go back in the alcohol because I'll be done with it. The cap is sterile already. Put the cap on. And shake this. Now we'll let this sit for about 48 hours so we can, for its incubation period. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is get the sterile loop. That's been in there for a little while. And you want to make sure you completely shake it dry. And then I'm going to grab the E. coli with this. I want to sterilize the tip Put the cap down, and you want to put the inoculation loop in the broth. You want to be careful, don't touch the rim or the glove that's been sterile. Right. So immediately you want to open the agar plate and do a zigzag motion in 4 quadrants. First I'm going to start off at the top, and that'll be A. Put the lid back on. Put the inoculation tube in the alcohol. Sterilize the cap. Back on the cap. I'm going to set this aside. When I grab the inoculation, do another one. Open the agar plate lid. Do another streaking in a zigzag motion. You want to overlap the first one. Put the lid back on. Put the inoculation lube back in the alcohol. I'll wait about 20 seconds. Then shake off the alcohol. Open the agar plate. Do the next quadrant. Same thing, zigzag motion. Make sure it overlaps the one you just did previously. Put the agar lid back on. I'm in the alcohol for about 20 seconds, and then when I do the next quadrant, which is the 4th quadrant, you want to make sure the overlap from the 3rd, but do not let it hit the first one that we previously did in the beginning, so it doesn't contaminate that area. Make sure the inoculation tube is dry. Open the lid. Same thing, streaking motion and zigzag. Put the lid back on. Put that in the corner. I'm going to let that sit. And this concludes my presentation. Exercise number 2, isolating individual colonies. Thank you.